Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Okay, so these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so what does my collective need to know? We've got hidden court proceedings you know nothing about. Arrests are being made, okay? They want to go on the run to avoid charges, trying to leave the country. Always sliding in your friends or ex-friends' DMs, okay? So, someone who's always sliding into your friends or ex-friends, or this could be linking to ex-friends who are always sliding into each of their DMs, alright? They could have done something, alright, which is gonna go to court, alright, and which is gonna get them arrested, alright. They want to go on the run to avoid charges, trying to leave the country. Okay, so what else does my collective need to nurse for that? Trying to avoid charges and leave the country. Made deals with the devil they could not keep, still trying to bring an ending to your life. Okay, so they made a deal with the devil to try and bring an ending into your life, or this masculine or feminine's life, and they couldn't keep that deal with the devil. Okay, so I'm getting an attempted murder or premeditated murder. Okay, an attempted murder or premeditated murder. Claimed they had your gifts but don't. Jezebel. So this is a Jezebel, alright? Someone with a Jezebel. So an ex-friend or karmic friend could be a Jezebel, and they could be trying to help this Jezebel who claimed they had masculine or feminine gifts. We've got a deal with the devil, never last, he's reaching for them, Grim Reaper. But that's in reverse because they could have done this deal with the devil and it cannot be fulfilled, okay? This Jezebel, they're all grassing on each other for a lesser sentence. Their children will be put up for adoption for what they did. So these are people, there's a group of people who have child or children, and they've done some sort of premeditated murder to end masculine or feminine, okay? Found a gun which was meant to kill you. Fingerprints. So this is something surrounding passing a gun around, okay? And their children will be put up for adoption for what they did. They're trying to avoid charges and trying to leave the country, and arrests are being made. They made a deal with the devil what they cannot keep. They've been getting involved in doing rituals, humiliation rituals, degrading rituals, because they want clout from others. Enemies all join forces to get you locked up to cover up what they've been doing. Alright, so this is false reporting. Alright, creating a false narrative, lying to get masculine or feminine locked up. Alright, because they was making deals with the devil. They didn't want to go down for passing guns around, okay? They didn't want to go down for an attempted murder or premeditated murder. Pull from the fallen angel deck for insight, okay? I will do. When I find them, darling. When I find them. There we go. Okay, so we've got Archangel Michael inner beliefs. Okay, so they made deals with the devil and they don't believe in Archangel Michael, is what I'm getting. Alright, so they're willing to make deals with the devil, be a devil worshipper and make deals with the devil, but they don't believe in Archangel Michael. Make that make sense. So we've got change, travel and upheaval. So they wanted to bring a change, alright? So they was travelling around. They was travelling around, making deals with each other, alright? Making deals with the devil, passing a gun around, alright? These people, the one who have child or children, they're going up for adoption. They've been getting involved in some sort of spell work rituals. They wanted to create upheaval. They wanted to create a lot of illusions and confusions, and we've got upheaval again, and create more upheaval. So there was constantly, and then in recuperation right now, and then we've got danger here. They was with adventure. They was having an adventure. They was having a ball. They was having a whale of a time. Quiet strength. So everyone seemed to want to group up to quieten this masculine or feminine strength, alright, out of jealousy, out of spite. So they made deals with the devil to try and bring this masculine or feminine down. Okay. All been travelling around. All wanted to quieten someone's strength. We've got deception. And what they want it to be, or wanted it to be, was a mystery. You know, thinking it's like EastEnders. You know, when you get a duff at the end, who done it? 606. But they all want some sort of fame and clout for like who's done it. And then we've got danger again. So they're very, 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 very dangerous. And then we've got recuperation again. Wow. 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 So they've just been on this cycle of very deceptive people, alright, Jezebels, devils, demons, running around, okay, running around with a gun, passing a gun around. A gun was found which was meant to kill you, or this masculine or feminine, alright. Success. They just didn't want to see masculine or feminine be successful. And we've got honesty. They don't like how honest this masculine or feminine actually is. Honesty is the best policy, not with them, because they're all a set of compulsive liars. They can't even be honest with themselves, okay? They're not even honest with themselves or honest with the Most High. With these rituals, they have come to a completion. We've got celebration. They was all celebrating together. They was all celebrating together. What they was doing, they was celebrating, there was dancing, there was partying, alright, all celebrating. And this, because of some sort of ex-friends involved, you could have celebrated with some of these friends at some point, and out of spite, out of jealousy, they wanted to quieten your strength, okay? And again, we've got honesty, again, they don't like how honest you are. So we've got upheaval, again. So they wanted to bring more upheaval. So this could be these false reports, okay? This could be these rituals, humiliation rituals, sexually degrading rituals, okay? Upheaval, upheaval, upheaval. This Jezebel, or these Jezebels, we've got seduction. They've all been seducing each other with lies. So everyone's been seduced with lies. They are working with the father of lies, and they like to be seduced with lies. So much upheaval, what they have been creating, and then running around, passing a gun around, dangerously low, vibrational, alright, because a Jezebel is jealous of the real deal. So this Jezebel claimed they had this masculine or feminine's gifts, but they don't. So it's a very jealous Jezebel. So everyone has been teaming on up with a jealous Jezebel, alright, or jealous Jezebels, making deals with the devil, and now they are demonically possessed. You could have been honest and just said that they need help. They need help with healing, and they didn't like that. They didn't like your level of enlightenment, okay? They don't want other people to be enlightened, that they're demonically possessed, okay? They're demonically possessed, trying to stop some sort of transformation, and we've got caution. Trying to stop a transformation, trying to stop success in masculine or feminine's life, okay? So they wanted to downgrade and degrade, okay? Doing spellware, rituals, all popping on off, meeting on her, and seducing each other with lies. They are jealous of this masculine or feminine's wisdom, okay? How wise this masculine or feminine is. So we've got discretion. So they've been discreetly all slithering on up, knowing that they all need help with healing, alright? But there's trying to dispute who is going to take this masculine or feminine down. And then we got discovery, until a gun was discovered. Who was going to take this feminine or masculine down? The one who is enlightened. They've been causing a lot of conflict. We've got history. This is a historical event, alright? It's a historical event. It's been going on for a very long time, alright? And everyone's like, let me join in, let me join in, let me join in. All seducing each other. The lies to quieten this masculine or feminine strength. Love. They don't want this masculine or feminine to love themselves, okay? Anything what this masculine or feminine loves, they've been attacking that too. We've got vision and diplomacy. Could be a visionary, they are jealous of this masculine or feminine's gifts, like how they view things, okay? How wise they are, and maybe they have a lot of diplomas. Someone could have a lot of diplomas, a lot of like qualifications, and they could be jealous of these qualifications, these gifts, these skills, these talents, okay? Celebration. Harmony and misfortune. So they were celebrating about bringing misfortune, okay? Trying to knock someone out of balance, peace, harmony. Celebrating, commanding each other, danger. Commanding each other, commanding demons to do something for them, alright? And they'd get something if they create upheaval. So there was all commanding, demanding and commanding, because they didn't want masculine or feminine to have a new chapter, okay? They wanted to just quieten that strength. Wow. Healing again. So they really don't like healers. They could have done this to a healer, alright? We've got loyalty, and then we've got battle, and then we've got duty in reverse, and then we have sister, love. So siblings involved, okay? A sister is involved. They want to keep their secrets, okay? Someone who you could have spoke intimately with, or someone who was intimately discussing in detail how they wanted this masculine or feminine to be ended, sacrificed, you see. Battling and competing, we've got duty in reverse. The ones who are supposed to be there to serve, to defend and protect. Duty officers, they failed, alright? This could be even something linking to social services, alright? Social services could even be involved in this, okay? Wanting to create upheaval by calling social services, that's for some, while they was trying to battle and compete, they show no loyalty to the divine, okay? They don't want to heal. They don't want to heal. They want to sacrifice. And then we've got brother and sister. They're involved too. That's the truth. Wow. And we've got survivor. They just want to see masculine or feminine fighting for their own life. Disgusting. So they are all demonically possessed. They've all got involved in some sort of pills and potions and whipping spells and creating illusions, confusions with a brother and sister, and then the sister love. So there could be like at least two sister figures and a brother and a sister involved. So this could be any of their like brothers, sisters, okay? So brothers and sisters type of energy. So it doesn't have to be a blood brother, a half brother or sister, a foster brother or sister, adopted brother or sister. This could be someone who either masculine or feminine views as like a brother or a sister, or who these karmics view as a brother or sister. Okay, so take what resonates. They don't like the truth. They've got memory. So they could have tried to do some sort of poisoning to affect masculine or feminine's memory, because they are jealous of this masculine or feminine's diplomacy, alright, level of intelligence, wisdom, okay, level of intelligence and wisdom, because they want this level of intelligence, they want this wisdom to themselves, but they're claiming to have these type of gifts, but they're not. Look, told her. In their brains, they don't have that level of understanding, okay? And because they've not been given these God-given gifts and this level of understanding, they chose to serve the darkness, and they chose to do some sort of Persians, alright? They chose to do some sort of Persians and try and enchant people and delude them, word witchery, love spells, sex magic, alright? Because they felt entitled to something. Love spells, Persians, to delude and enchant others. Pity party. Someone's going through tough times and wants you to experience the same. So maybe this could be somebody who really struggles to learn new topics, okay? This could be somebody who really struggles to learn new topics. This could be somebody who's just not as bright. This is a group of people who's just not as bright. So not liking that masculine or feminine seems to outsmart them, alright? Seems to have more gifts, skills and talents. So they've all grouped on up to talent Tom, or the only talent they've got is lying out of their ass, darling. Alright, and passing guns around, look. So I wasn't going to use like this deck, it's just like there was just a bit wonky, so I thought I'd try to straighten them up, and then this one was at the bottom. So I'm going to use it, try to do some sort of a hit and run. And then we've got launching spiritual attacks. Someone is attacking you spiritually to block your third eye and ability to manifest, because they don't want you to be able to see these attacks. They don't want you to be able to see that they're demonically possessed. They don't want you to be able to see when the next attack is coming. So they've been on the blower and messaging each other. Some will tell on themselves and reveal their true feelings and intentions towards you. I told you, sex magic. Someone is doing sex spell work on you as to win sexual control over you. Alright, so they're all trying to gain some sort of sexual control over each other. Alright, so then obviously they've all got a lot of connections with each other, where they've all been slamming each other and sexual favours. Oh, I didn't mean to say it out loud because it sounds rude, doesn't it? 1818. Jealousy. Someone is jealous of who you are and the accomplishments you've made. So this level of success, they are jealous of this level of success. Diplomacy, the gifts, the skills, the talents. So they all teamed on and up. So they all teamed on up, targeted. Someone thinks you hurt them and are mad and out to seek revenge. So you could have just called them a set of vampires, alright? You know, when you were around these people, okay, always ending up feeling really drained, because all they do is just drain the life out of you. Because of an energy vampire, okay? They want every ounce of that energy from you, okay? So they can feed this Jezebel. So what they've been doing is it's been trying to send people towards masculine or feminine, alright? Create some sort of attachment and running off back and feed a Jezebel, alright? So all these karmics have chose a karmic life. They like the karma. They love it. But these Jezebels have been doing mirror magic. Someone envies you and is trying to steal your essence to become a mirror image. So they've been all harvesting of this masculine or feminine's energy and splitting it amongst themselves, passing the energy around, energy harvesting, performing rituals, doing spells, alright, sex magic, and then they get karma. So they've all been battling and competing. There's been so much battles, alright? So masculine or feminine's been under major spiritual warfare, having to battle against devils, demons, Jezebels, incubuses, succubuses, and then they've been passing guns around because it's not working fast enough, and then battle, recruit, battle, constantly needing to recruit, because these are the type of people who can't go one-on-one in a ring, okay? That's why they want to quieten masculine or feminine strength. So they have to keep recruit. More devils, more demons, more deals, more devils, more demons, more deals. Competition magic. Someone feels they need to compete against you. That is the motivation for the things they do. And then we've got love theft magic. Someone is doing magic or spell work to take love from you. And then they're sending evil eye. They're jealous. They're so jealous. Someone envies you to the point of them not wanting to see you succeed. Then they're on the blower to each other again. Alright? They're all messaging each other on the blower and thinking, well, what can we do now? Submission magic. Someone wants you to submit to them and allow them to have their way with you. They've done a soul tie. You are soul tied to someone and find it hard to release this connection. So, because they're all soulless, okay, they're trying to do some sort of soul tie to this masculine or feminine because they want this soul purpose for themselves. So they want to suck the life, okay? Energy vampires, it's like if you think of a nice big fat juicy grape, and after being around all these, it's a shriveled up raisin. Because that's what they will leave you like, a shriveled up raisin. So they've been doing soul ties because they want to be in this energetic field and they want to be a part of masculine or feminine soul purpose. A love binding spell. Someone is working to have you so tied to them. All the twos there. So they're really working on having masculine or feminine love them while they are creating upheaval, while they are creating like uprooting, okay, while they are doing these rituals, degrading rituals, humiliation rituals, and then love spells and magic, and somebody's working to have you so tied to them because they want to be a part of this soul purpose. Then we've got mirror work. Someone is using mirror work to bring you problems and issues, so they're not all there in their head. Then we've got theft magic again. Someone is out sick, something that is yours. This could be love, money, energy, etc. So anything this masculine or feminine loves, they want this, okay? Any money they've got coming on in, they want all this money, okay, to their success, okay? From their own gifts, from their own skills, from their own talents, from their own work. They want everything, okay? And I mean everything. Look, you have either given up your personal power or someone has taken it from you. So they've even tried to render this masculine or feminine powerless, submission magic, bow down and just let us have the way. So they took some sort of money. Nothing but doing a lot of dark energy work, but the energy work done against you, it's done, it's over, the spell has been broken. This is just absolutely shocking. It's so devious. It's so devious. It's so devious. They've been enchanting anyone they can. They've been deluding anyone they can. Then we've got abandonment. Your person feels abandoned by you and not liking it. So because friends are involved, and maybe family or exes, okay, they do not want to see you move forward, okay? They'd rather end your life, yeah? Take your money, take everything from you, okay? Take everything you love, because they're competing and they don't want to be left behind. They need locking the fuck on up, darling. They need locking on up. So they don't want to be left behind. They're obsessed. They're absolutely obsessed. Someone is obsessed with you to the point where they cannot stop thinking about you. They just can't. Candle magic. Someone's been doing candle magic work on you. As the flame burns, their energy increases. So it's this energy harvesting. They've been taking masculine or feminine's energy and harvesting that energy and then passing it on to each other. Harvesting. Rituals, illusions. Passing guns around. Because they're trying to make this masculine or feminine weak because they want them to be like just as weak as them. That's what it is. Just as weak as them and just as money, power hungry as them. Because that is what this is. It's weakness, okay? It's money, power hungry. So, if masculine or feminine is quite successful, they want to do these S-degrading rituals and humiliation rituals out of jealousy. But with these degrading rituals, they're obviously sex pests, okay? They're obviously sex pests, okay? They're obviously a set of predators. So a set of predators don't want leaving behind. A set of predators don't want leaving behind. We've got Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio, predator, doesn't want to be left behind, very predatory. So this could be like a father figure, alright? Predatory, Three of Cups in reverse, malicious gossip. And then we've got Temperance in reverse because they're demonically possessed. They've been working with demons, okay? They've been playing victim, alright? They've been looking, alright? And they have been playing victim, alright? Victim. Yet they are the one who's victimised this masculine or feminine and took everything from them and made them a victim, alright? And they're the ones who's been using black magic. And it's linking to family, Two of Pentacles. It's linking to a mentally unstable family who's mental oriental, who's a set of psychopaths who work with demons, okay, who make deals with devils, and the mental oriental. They always have been. They're under judgment. Secrets have been revealed. Then we've got a corrupt like father figure, and then we have Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Ace of Wands. Okay. And Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So they've took some wealth, okay? They've took the fruits of masculine or feminine's labour and they've took their generational wealth, okay? Because they wanted a new beginning in their own world because they're not all there in their heads, okay? They've been making deals with the devil and stuff like that, alright? And then we've got Eight of Cups in reverse. They're trying to stagnate something. Could be something to do with some child abuse. And then we've got Justice in reverse. A lot of corruption and injustice. Libra energy. So stagnate something. Alright, something maybe to do with child abuse, right? And then we've got King of Pentacles in reverse. It doesn't have to be a Capricorn, Vega or Taurus, okay? But they're all about the money. So this could be somebody who works within the justice system, who's doing everything they can, okay? Taking some sort of money to stagnate a court case, court proceeding with stolen money there. Ace of Wands, this could be someone who likes it up the batty. Yeah, who's linking to some sort of church. They like it up the batty and they're like, oh, it's alright, you know, I work with the devil and I get involved in sacrificing. So this is like a gay church like leader or someone like someone who's gay inside of the courtroom or someone who's gay inside of the justice system, and they are also jealous, alright? So they teamed on up to stagnate some sort of court case, or someone who works in the government, because obviously a lot of people, a lot of them who work in the government, the devil worshippers, alright? So the government are well down for this, alright? They take it up the batty, alright? And they want to stagnate some sort of justice to help this maybe gang affiliated family, or this family who, Five of Wands, Seven of Cups, this family have constantly created a lot of drama and brought a lot of drama, okay, towards this masculine or feminine, out of jealousy, out of spite, okay, out of jealousy and spite for everything what they have, out of jealousy, out of spite because of their level of success, their level of diplomacy, alright, and if masculine or feminine doesn't want to let these people inside of her house or her home again because they're involved in stealing, okay, they're involved in stealing, they're involved in trying to outnumber masculine or feminine in fights, okay? They're trying to stop masculine or feminine success or take control of that success for themselves, okay? So several different times or more, okay, this family have fought against this feminine or masculine, okay? And then the justice system is just like stagnant. It's alright, we'll let you go. Slap on the wrist. Oh, you've been passing guns around, have you? It's alright, we'll let you go. Slap on the wrist, it's totally fine. You've been doing all this stuff, yeah, it's alright. Slap on the wrist. Sex is going to it's alright. Slap on the wrist, you get away with that. Oh, you've been doing all this for years and years and years and years. It's alright. Slap on the wrist. So it's like nonsense as well. Two of Pentacles and the moon in reverse. They could have, because of all these battles and trying to sacrifice, okay, out of jealousy, out of spite, they could just be like, oh, don't listen, they're a nutter, and trying to battle and compete, argue and stuff like that, and then go in recuperation. But what they keep doing is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. They're weak as fuck, right? With this Queen of Cups, trying to weaken that love. Trying to weaken the love, okay? Trying to weaken them. Even everything what masculine or feminine loves, they battle and compete, they lie, okay? They study and they battle and compete against anything masculine or feminine loves, alright? You love that, dear. Like this, Jeremy, I'm surprised they've not burst through my door and snatched my dead son, what they murdered, darling. Because they're mentally weak, mentally retarded, yeah? 5 of Swords in reverse. And then the Chariot card there in recuperation, okay? They created a lot of conflicts, alright? Because they're enemies, and the devils, the demons, okay? They are devils, they are demons. They just want to gain power and control over anything masculine or feminine loves and have them lose everything they love, okay? 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. They've even done some sort of hex on like money hex, money curse, okay? Hex on love life, okay? Hex, so masculine or feminine, just feels loss, sadness, pain and grief, okay? So much underhanded behaviour, okay? They want masculine or feminine begging because they dream to see masculine or feminine begging because they want to be seen as powerful, but they've got with this here, they've got a shit ton of demons and entity attachments riding hell out of their back because they know what they invested in, they know they're guilty. And we've got an Aquarius who could be trying to trot around with a shit ton of devils and demons on the back. They don't like divine messengers because we can see that they've got a shit ton of devils and demons. We can see the devil is riding hell out of every single one of these people's backs, okay? Lucifer, Satan, whatever you want to call him, Jezebels, incubus, succubuses, and on top of that, they've got like predator demons, child predator demons, okay? So a lot of these are child predatory too. Wow. Wow. So much underhand behaviour. 5 of Cups. Then we've got Temperance. They're trying to gain power and control over an Archangel. They are. They are. They are. They're battling and competing against an angel, so it is. It's major, major, heavy, 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 heavy spiritual warfare. They're all about taking money, okay? So there's a lot of robbery, there's a lot of theft, and then if masculine or feminine doesn't want to let them back on in, because they want to steal more. They can see masculine or feminine's got more coming on in, okay? So they're premeditating now, they're in recuperation, waiting, because they know masculine or feminine has more coming on in. Ten of Swords. And the Death card, 9 of Wands, Hanged Man. You see, they don't want the people to wake up, alright? But maybe they've left a paper trail. They don't want people to wake up, alright? We've got 5 of Cups, we've got 10 of Swords, we've got the Death card, and then we've got 9 of Wands. So they're constantly doing death hexes. They're involved in RAPE, okay? They're involved in murder, and they want to avoid judgment. Alright, but they're doing a lot of studying, a lot of lying, okay, and a lot of weighing up, okay, how to try and stop masculine or feminine from being so powerful, and how to manifest off the back of this masculine or feminine's energy, and how to block manifestations because they deserve life in prison for all the chaos, all the trauma, and they trot around acting all successful, or they're jealous of this level of success. A 3 of Wands, they want to see who's coming on in to love masculine or feminine. We have a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or this could be somebody who doesn't work, alright? So because they don't work, they're constantly looking. 6 of Cups in reverse, very childish. Who's coming on in to love this masculine or feminine, okay? Sagittarius energy, dreaming, alright, dreaming. So they could be doing dream magic. Who's this masculine or feminine loving on? Who's this masculine or feminine loving on? Okay, because they're energy harvesting and they are involved in child abuse. Who's this masculine or feminine loving on? Alright. They don't want it to be illuminated. They're a set of nonsense. Child, R-A-P-E, guilty. Yet they trot around like their own shit don't sting. Child, R-A-P-E, okay, child, S, abuse. The children will be put up for adoption, or the grandchildren, alright? They're all going to be put up for adoption. We've got a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Their child or children, or grandchild or grandchildren, they're going to be put up for adoption. They're going to get locked up in prison for life. They're trying to wear this masculine or feminine out, okay, constantly with these rituals and sexually degrading rituals. So this could even be linking to family who's done some sort of child abuse or masculine or feminine throughout their life, and they want that to continue throughout their full life, and then stagnating some sort of court proceedings, alright, and constantly bullying masculine or feminine because they like shut up, stop talking about us doing this to you as a child. Stop talking about what we've been doing to you as a child, and constantly bullying and bullying and bullying and bullying and bullying. We've got a King of Pentacles in reverse. Doesn't have to be a Capricorn, Virgo or a Taurus, okay? But they've just been taking money under the table for selling these child predatory images. They want to keep it a secret. They're selling child abuse images. So this is another reason why masculine or feminine is being attacked, because they don't want these child abuse images. But this family, they do, and they don't want masculine or feminine to be successful, because it means they're all going to get locked up, doesn't it? But they're playing victim. Alright, and we've got Jezebel seducing everyone with lies. I'm a victim, 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 I'm a victim. They're not. They're the ones who's victimising this person for God knows how many years, and it's down in history. But because they have the titties out, or the lashes on, or a couple of swirls in the hair, you know, it's like unbeside police, they don't do fucking shit. If they've got the baps hanging on out and their eyelashes on, alright, you don't do nothing, do you, unbeside police, because you're a fucking abomination. Seven of Swords, alright, sneaking around with like corrupt like judge or corrupt coppers or corrupt government. Sneak attack, battle and compete, taking more prosperity. Four of Wands, Seven of Cups. So this hometown is under a lot of illusions, okay? This hometown is under a shit ton of illusions. And also, throwing illusions at wherever masculine or feminine lives, their house, their home, constantly throwing illusions and constantly conjuring up demons towards masculine or feminine, and constantly throwing illusions at the house and constantly throwing demons towards the house. They're under judgment, they've done this to me. An ex is involved, inspired with enemies, constantly throwing illusions, constantly performing rituals, okay? And constantly spreading nothing but bad news, so an ex is involved as well. And sending people to attack because they've been attacking because they want to take this wealth for themselves. Attack. We want this generational wealth. Illusions, demon magic, okay? They're all karmics, okay? They're going to lose everything, okay? And what's going to be transferred onto them is a spirit of death, a life sentence in prison. They're trying to offload karmic debt as well, destiny swap. So everything they are as people, they've labelled this masculine or feminine as them, alright? So then everyone's just been attacking, and they've all been playing bloody victim while they've been sacrificing masculine or feminine, spreading nothing but bad news, performing rituals, okay? Bringing conflict, okay? Spying with an ex who's soulless, who's a coward, okay? And one of these exes, they don't even work, alright? And all of a sudden, they want to take control of somebody else's work, money and wealth, knowledge, wisdom, alright? They want to take it all. Straight up copy and paste. They want to take it all. They're disgusting. They want to take it all. Trying to possess an archangel's qualities. Trying to possess and control and bully and battle and compete against an archangel because they've got deals with the devil and have sold the souls down because they're mentally weak. They're mentally retarded. And someone in this connection doesn't even work, yet they're doing everything they can to take control, okay? They're an absolute nightmare. They've made this masculine or feminine a victim many, many times, okay? By outnumbering them, okay? And bullying them and being very mean and possessive and robbing them several times or more. And what's the police done about this? That's not very nice, is it? Yeah, no, they will let you get away with all that. 43. That's it. These duty. Serve to defend and protect, darling. You failed divine assignments. They failed. Because they got jealous. They joined in and they took someone under the table and they chose to battle and compete against this masculine or feminine as well. That's the truth, look. These people who are there to serve, to defend and protect. It's pretty much like my bloody life story. Battle and compete. Fired for cover-ups. Because all they want to do is roam this masculine or feminine out of jealousy and spite. They're just fucking disgusting. I don't know how these people, yeah, even dare to look at themselves. How they even dare to trot around on the frigging streets, yeah, and act like all the fours there. Big man, big woman. Because this ain't no real man. This ain't no real man and this ain't no real woman. This is not a real man. This is not a real woman. This is not what a real man or a real woman does. Honesty. I'm being honest, okay? This is not what a real man or a real woman does, let me tell you that. Oh, they need more than help with the healing. The mental health tablets are obviously not working, are they? Have we got karmic friends, yeah? The mental health tablets are not working. They've been doing voodoo, hoodoo, root work because their mental health tablets have not been working for a long time. And I thought, oh, look, I'm struggling with mental health, alright? I'm going to go off and do some voodoo, hoodoo and root work and do some spell work and create illusions. And then we'll get on to several different hit men, alright, because they don't want justice to be brought. Could be a Taurus beggar or a corrupt mother figure involved because they don't want justice to be brought. So there's a shit mother figure involved, alright, a very shit mother figure involved, and that's why their children, alright, shit mother figure, shit father figure, having all this around their child or children, alright, very, 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 very jealous people, alright, very jealous people. Oh, I've got an idea. Let's work together, alright, and we'll take this money, we'll battle and compete to take someone else's like ideas, someone else's work, okay, someone else's work, so they all work together, okay, and they keep doing this. When masculine or feminine keeps working hard with anything, alright, they battle and compete, they go on in, and then they rob the light, and then they put hits out, and then they battle and compete, rob the light, and then they go, and they celebrate. Just sliding and slithering straight out of hell. But this masculine or feminine, who they've done it to, they're not having their strings pulled by the devil. It's these karmics who's having the strings pulled by the devil, not this masculine or feminine. It's them who's dangerous and low vibrational, and it's them who needs to face accountability for the countless assassin hitman. Because they can't even love themselves, darling. I won't be able to either. I won't be able to either. All premeditated. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. All premeditated. Them and the partners in crime. They're all under judgment for collaborating together. They've got caught sneaking around, okay, because they're committed to being childish, sneaking around, stalking, spying, lying. They want this masculine or feminine's full world, they do. Oh yeah, they'd even have the shit what come out of this masculine or feminine's ass. I know it sounds like it's a bit too much detail, but they would even have the shit what comes out of this masculine or feminine's ass, so they can use this feces, okay, to whip up a spell, whip up a potion, or say, oh look, we've got this from the toilet of theirs, we're at the actual fucking drain pipe now trying to catch that shit what comes out, so what we can do is we can use that shit. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, and if it's coming in my head, it wouldn't surprise me. So we can catch that shit, what's coming down the drain pipe, and then we can all just use that, alright, and maybe put a pile of shit somewhere and go, oh look, there was here, and they had a shite over here, you know, because of that egg gone, alright, and they're actually working with feces. They're actually working with feces. They're actually working with feces. They're actually working with feces, darling. Like some sort of like very demonic, very low vibrational spell work is what they're doing. Let me tell you that. Very demonic, very demonic, very demonic, very disgusting, very disgusting, very, very, very disgusting. Used ID, birth certificate, social security number to open up a bank account. And identity theft. So they're involved in a lot. So much stuff. And what's the government doing? Slapping them on it. Do you know? Pack it in, you know. No, you've been doing all this sick shit for... You pack it in, you naughty boy and girl. We'll let you get away with that. You pack it in, you naughty boy, naughty girl. You pack it on in, alright? Yeah, keep it up and running. And it's only been going on for fucking what? How long? Their father, so his mother or feminine's father figure is involved. because they're having nightmares about this masculine or feminine success, so they want to take it all for themselves and roam round in this energy and then do poverty spells after stealing some generational wealth. Then they're on video calls to each other, alright? They're on video calls to each other, they're premeditating absolutely everything. More guns passing around, more guns, more guns, more guns. More guns, darlings. More guns, let me tell you. Lied on earth. There's a false prophet. There could be a church leader. Alright? Fake readers. A fake tarot reader. Filing false reports and doing weird witchery. And doing poverty spells. And sucking and draining everyone else's energy. Give me your energy. Energy harvesting off multiple people and then lying on earth. Alright? Paying people to create malicious lies and rumours. We're stolen money, darling. We're stolen money. They'll pay anyone. They'll pay anyone. They'll pay anyone with this stolen money to do any ritual, any spell work on this masculine or feminine, any spell work on this masculine or feminine, anything this masculine or feminine loves. Alright? And that's why everyone who's got involved, all their children are going to be put up for adoption. Because they're the scum. They're the scum of the planet. They're the absolute scum of the planet. These people are the scum of the earth. Alright? These people are the scum of the planet. They know that though. They know they're the scum of the planet. They know. They know. Corrupt doctors and nurses paid to poison you to death. They know they're the scum of the planet, okay? They got sloppy and left evidence all over the place. CCTV footage, call logs, messages found. A good judge who works with Archangel Michael was going to sentence them all to life in prison, okay? They're all going to get locked up for life. But that's why they're working with the spirit of stagnation over the justice system, alright, and using spellware over the justice system. And I'm even seeing that they are using feces, okay, that they are using feces over people in the justice system. The women are using period blood over the men. The women are using period blood over the men. Wow. They will lose their homes, jobs and cars for what they've done. So the women are using period blood over the men, let me tell you that. Alright? They are using that, okay? And also, what they will do is they will mix their period blood in food. So the men who they've got under their control, they will feed them and mix period blood in the food. And they'll sit there and they'll watch them, alright, eating the food, knowing that they have put period blood like in the noodles or in the pasta or the spag bol, and they'll just put a load of cheese or something like that on top, or a little bit of extra pepper to balance like the salt taste or something. So we've got, oh my lord, fifth house, maybe a bit of chilies or something to cover it is what I'm getting. Fifth house, creativity, self-expression, romance, joy, and house of pleasure. So trying to affect masculine or feminine's romantic life, okay? Joy, okay? House of pleasure. They just don't want masculine or feminine to have a good life, that's what it is. They just want to create trauma, pain, that's what it is, because they're jealous of their level of success, they're jealous of the victories, their achievements, their accomplishments, and they want to take it all for themselves and degrade and then humiliate and then poison them. They will be on the news for what they did to you. Documents found, hitman arrested and grassing for a lesser sentence. Got a baby daddy, baby mama's family involved. Found a gun which was meant to kill you, so this is again, okay, again a gun has been found. They want to end themselves after these gun end yourself spells backfired. Trying to stop masculine or feminine from working as a form of control, so deliberately trying to make masculine or feminine ill, alright, getting doctors and nurses to poison masculine or feminine because they don't want this masculine or feminine to work, and they've been taking some money under the table. They want to ruin all your connections, friends, family, lovers. Karmic friends was gel from day one of your looks, gifts, skills and bloody talents. So they've been doing beauty magic. They've been doing glamour magic because they just want to be seen as a glamour post, but everything they've got is built on robbery and theft and stealing from others. So everything these karmic friends have is built on robbery, theft, stealing from others, and then linking to ending people before. So they've got forged legal documents and changed medical records. Good law officials can see they're possessed by legions of demons. They'll be arrested when they least expect it. They group together to take wealth and they're in debt with the devil now. Could be linking to a cult or a curvin look. But masculine or feminine's not joined too. Yeah, they keep trying to use these cults, curvins and stuff, and they probably label masculine or feminine as a bad one, 56. Officials bribe with BLOOD money not to investigate crimes. So this is what it is. Stagnating legal proceedings, stagnating court cases, stagnating trials, okay? And they're all getting paid to turn a blind eye. We've got 7th house, partnership, personal, professional, how we engage and committed partnerships. So they definitely don't want anyone to partner up with this masculine or feminine in their professional life, personal life, okay? No, like commitments is what they want. They want just masculine or feminine to be on their own for like the rest of their life, but the thing is, they can't stand being on their own for 5 minutes. They really can't. They always need to be in a group. They always need to be messaging about fucking 10,000 people a frigging day, getting motted out front to back. You're gorgeous, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous, you're gorgeous. You're great, are you alright? Yeah, and it's just like the pathetic. Starting arguments to make you look bad, failed divine test. Even these law officials, darling, they failed divine test. They failed major divine test. They are sick from the black magic backfiring onto them. They got bank accounts offshore, overseas, with stolen money in of yours or this masculine or feminine's. So they're shifting this money offshore, overseas, and the child murderers, child killer about to be caught by undercovers. Thought you were easily replaceable, but you're one of a kind. So basically, claimed rights and ownership over your work, success and full life grants. A lot of child murderers all battled and competed to a lot of child a lot of nonsense, all battled and compete to take hold of some generational wealth, split it amongst themselves, put money in offshore, overseas accounts and pass guns around and do a shit ton of black magic, alright, shit ton of rituals, degrading rituals because they like to just degrade people throughout their full life. They love it, they love it, they love it, they love it, and then it's going to be like, well, who's going to love you now after what we've done to you, after what we keep doing to you, and the government, they're doing nothing, darling. And I'll tell you why they're doing nothing. Because we're giving them some money, under the table, alright? And we've got doctors and nurses with a poisoning you because we're paying the doctors and nurses to poison you. It's like the UK government. This is 100% UK government, but all the governments have very similar type of tactics, okay? They all have similar tactics. Trick children to work against you for money and clout. So get child or children, go on, we'll give you a couple of £100 and the kids are like, oh yeah, go on then. I'll team up with you child murderers. I'll team up with you child killers. I'll team up with you nonces. I'll team up with you RAPIs. Guns around them, guns around them, guns around. It's abso-fucking-lutely disgusting. Want to see this masculine or feminine in pain and grief for fun? Because I think it's funny. Second house, values, asset, money, self-worth, security, stability and spiritual abundance. So they even want this masculine or feminine to not have no values or morals, and plus they don't want anyone to value this masculine or feminine skills or talents or any assets this masculine or feminine has. Like, they keep going on in and robbing the life out of any assets and any money masculine or feminine has, their work or anything like that coming on in, they're going on in, alright, they're battling and competing, and then they take it, so much underhanded behaviour, because they've done this several times and more, and they're waiting for the next lot to come on in, so they can battle and compete and take that too, darling. Trying to affect security, so, you know, inside of masculine and feminine's home or outside, okay, want them to feel like really insecure, and have them probably watched a lot. We've got stability. They don't want this masculine or feminine to have financial stability, emotional stability, and we've got spiritual abundance. They want, even because of this energy harvesting, they want that natural spiritual abundance. That's why they're harvesting off this energy, okay? And then battling and competing against them, and taking all the energy and taking everything, then battling and competing against them, and then wrapping themselves in this energy, what's not even theirs, and then battling and competing against them. Why do you think these cranks stay up for so long, darling? Why do you think they stay up for so long? Because all of them involved, and the dark side of the government, all of them, all they do is harvest off other people's energy, okay? They battle and compete against them and rip everything from them. And then they all run round and pop a picture on social media with illusions all over it, alright? To cover up this underhanded behaviour, okay? And it'll just be like glamour magic, magic, alright, beauty spells and stuff like that. Just like, you know, if you see one of them, oh, she's absolutely gorgeous you are, you got, that's all illusions, alright. 1 minute they're playing with feces, alright, and mixing that up in spell work, okay, and the next minute they're trotting on down and everyone's like, you're gorgeous you are, aren't you gorgeous? Life insurance policy, they can't cash in on, exposed and scared. Paid people to abuse and stalk you, then report back to them. Because they just want to abuse this masculine or feminine. They'll be like, look, you deserve nothing, you don't even deserve to get treated in any normal type of way, alright? Because we're getting everyone in your hometown, in your neighbourhood, to get involved, and they're all like, let me join in. Let me join in. This is not a real man. This is not a real woman. Look, and another degrading ritual and humiliation ritual from clout from others, and they're all laughing, and they're all laughing. Look at us, big man, big woman. We're doing degrading rituals. Aren't we funny? Aren't we funny? Aren't we great? And they will laugh like hyenas, let me tell you that, okay? So if you've been through this, okay, and try not to let them tear you down too friggin' much, right? Because that's what they want. They're very low vibrational. and they want to play victim. This jealous Jezebel. It's because I'm pretty. It's because I'm pretty. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I'm prettier than I'm a victim. We've got undercovers. I'm prettier than I'm a victim. And all that. This could be undercovers. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, 9 of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who doesn't work, it doesn't have to be. And then they're sacrificing people. They're sacrificing air Virgos. Anyone who has a good connection to Divine, 6 of Cups in reverse, they've been so childish. Anyone who has a good connection to the Divine, alright? Anyone who's got a brain, anyone who's got gifts, skills and talents, alright? 6 of Cups and Earth, this is so childish. They're so childish, okay? They're going to lose everything, anything. They want to keep it a secret, okay? But they are going to lose everything. They're going to lose everything. Some sort of breadcrumbing, sneaking, deceptive, temperance. You know what? They've even took some of this money and put it into Catholic like churches and put it in like food banks, but then they've scooped the money towards them. Oh look, they're even using Catholic churches, going, oh look, and then they're going, oh, we need some more charity donations from the general public. No, we're all stinking fucking rich. We've got God knows how much money what we've robbed from everybody else, alright? Someone out there struggling for some food, you just can have, I don't know. Just one pack of fucking noodles, I can't even get out. Oh look, you just can have this fucking opened milky crispy rolls. And they'll give you manky, out-of-date shit, alright? But they're going to get all the nice fresh fruit and vegetables. That needs to go in the bin now, actually. I forgot about that. But they're like, oh, look, it's already open, alright? But that's all you deserve. And then what they'll do in these food banks as well is they'll stand over stuff, right? Let's see if we can get some breadsticks out. They'll stand over some of your food, you know, like bread and stuff in these food banks, but because a lot of them, majority of them are dark witches and warlocks, they'll just stand over the food and they're like, hexy cast, hexy cast and cast and cast and cast and cast, and hexy cast, and whatever else they fucking start saying. They're like, hexy cast, you know what I mean? And then they'll be like, here you go, make sure you all have one of these, here you go. So all the food in food banks, okay, that's all been hexed and cursed. Alright. So, praying before you eat, okay? Bless my food, okay? Bless my food. Because prayer can break any hexes and curses. Praying can break a lot of hexes and curses, let me tell you that. Praying really helps. Praying for children, praying for the other children in the world, because the children need your prayers, because there's a shit ton of dark witches and dark warlocks in this world, around the world, up and down this country, around the country, alright. We're always on the attack because they're just passionate about attacking and collaborating together to do spell work. Anyone who they see is a lover, that's what it is. Yeah, they want to bring heartbreak. Okay, and if they have child or children, and they want to snatch the kids, and they want to create a broken home, because obviously they collaborate with people who work in the justice system, and they collaborate with social services because they're all satanic, and they stagnate everything. So much underhanded behaviour. They stagnate everything, try and stagnate getting kiddies back and what have you, because they've robbed the money, they've robbed everything, alright? They've been put in fucking gunner, and they're trying to bring trauma and chaos, alright, to an earth angel. And then they're trying to bind an earth angel, alright? And get them to bow down and submit. Bow down and say, oh, go on, earth angel, you bow down and submit to the devil. Are you mad? Are you mad? Never. So they're all going to prison. Everyone who's got involved in taking this money, everyone who's been sneaking around, right? And everyone who's been getting money transferred to their account to bring about death, okay? Passing a gun because they got involved in taking wealth. They're all going to get found guilty. And there's romanticising or fantasising with like an Aquarius or something. Ten of Swords, and they've been making deals with devils. They've been hexing and cursing, alright? And then I'd see people begging for scraps after they robbed the life out of them. You just robbed the life out of you, now you've got no money, now you're going to come and ask me to lend a fiver, oh, come to me, ask me to lend you a fiver when I've robbed the life out of you. And sneaking around and stalking, sneak attacks, death magic, alright? Passing money into accounts, alright? Money cash in hand, alright? You bring that and you sacrifice them, alright? Because they're working with a corrupt Catholic Church, and these corrupt Catholic Church leaders, they're going to prison because they're nothing but liars. And they're working with the father of lies, and they are under investigation, along with the Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, all going to prison for life because they sacrifice people at this church, and they don't like messengers, they don't like Jesus, they're all Judas. So what's the point in having a church set on up, yeah, where people go in there because they want to find Jesus, and all they find is the devil inside of these churches? Facts. And they battle and compete, and they've sacrificed multiple people. Can you hear my stomach rumbling? And they try to sacrifice an earth angel, radicalise and bring chaos, okay? Break up a happy home, bring heartbreak, take that generational wealth, okay? Study how to end this masculine or feminine. Or should we poison the drink? Okay. Or should we ring doctors and nurses? Alright, well ring doctors and nurses. Pass going around and that didn't work. And ring doctors and nurses. While they're all performing these rituals, these enemies, bringing conflicts a lot. And ring. I'm going to keep it a secret. Some people who are masculine or feminine could have lived with at some point involved in child abuse. You want to say, oh look, they're a nutter. Nutter. There's something wrong with you, there is. While they're protecting pedos, they was doing this to me. They've been doing this to me my full fucking life. I swear. There was just sending social to harass me and performing all the rituals and trying to sacrifice me and my kids, and they'd be knocking at the door. Drama magic, chaos magic, competition magic, and then I'd be like, fuck off, and go concentrate on the pedos. So they spent 4 hours on the phone with the NHS trying to get an ambulance called out for me, and they did. And they just kept coming to cover up child abuse, alright? Because that's all they do. Because there's that many people in foster care who can go through this, but they're not even just foster care in like their family homes, but all these people who's involved in this, all their kids are now going to get put up for adoption, darling. And then they're going to have a broken home, and it's going to be bad news for them, okay? Because the devil's ready to collect their kiddies, darling, for all the black magic they've been doing. Oh no. Because they're getting locked up in prison and they're going to get put in cuffs. So basically, darling, the devil's a liar. Coming for grandkids, darling. Getting involved in these hunting parties with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and all their grandkids are going up for adoption, along with the Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. All their kids, grandkids, are going up for adoption. A Gemini, yeah, we've got a Gemini, okay? Their kids, they're going up for adoption. And Aries, their kids, they're going up for adoption. Maybe another Gemini, their kids, they're going up for adoption because they took some sort of money and they wanted to block some sort of a union. So their kids are going up for adoption, and they won't be getting no new beginning because they'll be locked up in prison, darling. But they want to fuck on off and go abroad. Alright, Jezebel, want to keep it secret. Jezebel, we'll get you abroad, Jezebel. Don't you worry, Jezebel. We'll get you some flight tickets or we'll bring you a boat, Jezebel. Is that alright? It's not funny. But maybe even the kids might even have to go abroad to a different country if there's not enough space in their country. These kids may have to go abroad. They may have to go abroad, darling. Oh no. Because my foes, the youths, they don't need to be surrounded by these sick fucks who are trying to block some money coming back to the rightful person, who's trying to block a union, who's getting involved in some sort of cult, gang, coven affiliation, because they're all demonically possessed. Even like the kids, they're trying to demonically possess the kids. We've got a Cancer, alright? They want to keep it a secret. They're demonically possessed, and they was collaborating to bring drama. So Cancer, alright, demonically possessed. Cancer, demonically possessed. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, they're demonically possessed from doing that much S magic, and they've all lost spiritual protection. Okay? They've all lost spiritual protection. They've lost all of their spiritual protection. So much sneaking, alright. Them and the partners, so they're all sneaking around each other's backs, to be honest. All sneaking around each other's back, yeah, persistently. And they're spying on each other, so their eyes must be rolling around, you know what I mean? And then they're spying on all their exes, alright. They won't let their exes go. They just love to bring dysfunction and broken homes for the child or children. Aries studying bad news with Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Their kids are going to get put up for adoption. The kids and the grandkids are going up for adoption. They are. There's so many kids going up for adoption for getting involved in this. I mean, you can't be doing all that and think that you should be trotting around in people in local hometown, think you're all successful and think you're all great, darling. But when you say nonsense, sweetheart, and just collaborate together and do spell work, that's weird, that. That's weird as fuck, that is. That is weird as fuck. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, battling and competing. After the High Priestess as well. So they battle and compete with many people. Battling and competing with many, many people. Because they're jealous of everyone's skills. He is. He's just doing it all the time. And he's trying to battle against Archangel Michael. Let your guard down. Let me in. I love you. I care about you. You're going to get battered to death in prison, darling. Yeah. And so is a Cancer. Cancer's going to get battered. Seven of Swords in reverse. A Cancer's going to get banned. And Aries is going to get banned. Alright, so we've got a Cancer and an Aries is going to get banned. We've got an Aquarius. They're going to get banned. A Scorpio. They're going to get banned. They're all under judgment for collaborating together. They're all going to get banned in prison. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They're going to get banned in prison. They are. A Leo. They're going to be heartbroken. They are. They want to lie to the full world, and they don't want people to know they're demonically possessed because they're being childish. They need a bloody exorcism, look. But stop sacrificing people. It's weird. You cowards. You cowards. And passing stolen money around. And like, look at me. I want this full world for myself. And then It's the devil's a liar. The devil's a liar. Wants you to make you think that you've got the full world. Alright. In your hands, or you've got control of the full world, but the devil's a liar. Something surrounding like gaining the full world, but you lose your soul. Right, so gain the whole world and lose your soul is a biblical phrase from Matthew 16:26 and Mark 8:36, right? So meaning that achieving immense material success, fame or power is worthless if it costs you your spiritual life, moral integrity and or eternal salvation, highlighting the eternal value surpasses temporary earthly gains. So basically, they've done everything they can to take this masculine or feminine's wealth, okay, full light, and they've all sold the soul. So we see them beezing round this money from stolen, like some money with the bikes and stuff like that, and they're uploading pictures on social media, yeah, especially if you know, my family, my friends, my exes, they're all soulless. They took all the money to my work and they're all beezing round with all the materialistic things, doing some right sick shit. My foster family, my ex's family, all my ex-friends, alright? A lot of money under the table and stuff like that, alright? I'm popping off and doing spell work and rituals and boom. Murdering my little son. So now they're all child murderers, okay? All my family, all my friends, all my exes, the serial killers, okay? They are serial killers. And they want fame for it, alright? You know what I mean? Like, they want fame for doing this to my son, so give me, lock them the fuck on up. Do you know what I mean? Bang them on the news. Or do they want to keep it a secret? Yeah, they want to keep it a secret. But they don't want to have to give all the bikes and the cars and their houses and their homes and all that up. What are they going to do when they can't grab that tongue to twist their hair for their very twisted minds? I don't bloody know. Tongues in the friggin' hair and all that when they've got a very twisted mind. They're heartless and they're soulless and they've got all the stolen money. So, what's pretty about that? It's ugly if you ask me. So, if this reading is resonating with you, I hope you get justice soon. Because it just seems to be a thing what people are doing all around the world, and their own family and their own friends and exes always seem to be turning against the one who's making something about themselves and trying to snatch everything, which is weird. So sending peace, love and light.